Hello everyone. So the next topic which we will be discussing is about the cell membrane. So cell membrane, you heard of the cell membrane, and this term is also known as the plasma membrane. So you must be aware of the two terms, that is the cell membrane and the plasma membrane. So these two terms are the same. Now, what is the cell membrane? Cell membrane is the outermost covering of the animal cells, and it is a semi-permeable membrane which is composed of lipids and the proteins. So this is what a cell membrane is. Now we will be discussing some of the functions of the cell membrane, what is a diagrammatic representation of the cell membrane, then we will be discussing the fluid mosaic model also. So let's start. So this is also known as the plasma membrane. They are found in all the cells. They are present in the animal cells as well as the plant cells. In the plant cells, if we talk about plant cells, outermost covering is the cell wall, but in animals, the outermost covering is the cell membrane. Now this is made up of lipid layer, and it is a semi-permeable. What is the function here? The function is they regulate the transportation of the materials and the movement of substances in and out of the cell. So if we talk about cell membrane is present in all the types of the cells, whether it is humans, whether it is animals, it is plants, or it is bacteria. It is the outermost covering in case of the animal cells. It is a lipid bilayer, and it is composed of lipoproteins and carbohydrates. If we talk about the thickness of cell membrane, it is about 7.5 to 10 nanometer in thickness. It is very thin and delicate structure, and it is flexible to change the shape as needed. So it will be giving it basically provides the shape to the cell. So whenever needed or whenever there is a flexibility, it can change the shape of the cell as well. It protects the it protects and maintains the internal environment of the cell as well. The cell membrane is metabolically active, and it is of same thickness for the lifetime of the organism. So as we have discussed, this is semi-permeable. So this is a semi-permeable membrane, and it controls the movement of the substances into and outside the cell. The functions, they include the permeability, signal reception, motility, conduction, cell division, and sexual reproduction. So these are all the important functions of the cell membrane, and this was about the introduction of the cell membrane. So next is we will talk about the structure of the cell membrane. So cell membrane, as mentioned in the fluid mosaic model, we will be discussing in detail the fluid mosaic model. So this says that the plasma membrane is made up of proteins, lipids, and carbohydrates. They are impermeable to ions and water molecules, that is crossing the membranes only through the carriers, transmembrane channels, and pump. It is composed of phospholipid bilayer, which is two layers of phospholipids back to back. So it is responsible to regulate the transportation of the material and the movement of substances in and out of the cell. In addition, lipid layer that is present, that the plasma membrane is made up of lipid layer setting between the phospholipids, they maintain the fluidity at a range of temperature. The plasma membrane also has membrane proteins, and this also includes integral proteins which pass through the membrane, and it acts as a membrane transporter, and the peripheral proteins that attach to the sides of the cell membrane. So it is selectively permeable to organic molecules and ions. It regulates the movement of particles in and out of the organelles and the cells. So this is what a structure of the plasma membrane looks like. So as you can see, as we have already discussed this point, that it is made up of carbohydrates, lipids, and glycolipids. There are globular proteins which are also present there. So it is a fluid mosaic of the structure that has been representing here, it is a fluid mosaic of proteins, lipids and carbohydrates. The transmembrane proteins, they nourish the cell with nutrients, they regulate the internal ions and set up a transmembrane electric potential. So this is the basic structure of the cell membrane, representing all the important things. For example, they are representing integral proteins, then they are representing peripheral proteins, they are made up of cholesterol, glycolipids, carbohydrates, glycoproteins, then globular proteins. These are all the things that I mentioned here. Now, as we were discussing, that what are the functions of the cell membrane? First function, it keeps the toxic substances out of the cell. So it will keep the substances out of the cell. They contain the receptors and channels that allow the specific molecules. Moreover, they separate vital but incompatible metabolic processes conducted within the organelles. So these are the important functions, but if we take other examples of these functions as well, then what are the other functions of the plasma membrane? First of all, it will protect the integrity of the interior cell. They will protect the integrity. They will support and maintain the shape of the cell, as we have discussed earlier also. Other is, it helps in regulating the cell growth through the balance of endocytosis and exocytosis. And it will also help in playing an important function in the cell signaling and the communication. So it is a selectively permeable membrane because it allows the entry and exit of selected materials or selected substances into the cell. So this is what the functions of the plasma membrane. Now, what are the other components that are composed of plasma membrane? In the diagram, as we have discussed, there were many things that were mentioned. For example, there were carbohydrates, there were cholesterol that was being mentioned, integral proteins were mentioned, peripheral proteins were mentioned. So these are all the components of the plasma membrane. So we will be discussing one by one each. First, we will be talking about is phospholipids. So what is phospholipid and what is uh, what happens in the plasma membrane of phospholipids? So phospholipids forms the ultimate fabric of the membrane. So it is the ultimate fabric of the membrane. It is very important. Then peripheral proteins, they are present on the outer and the inner surface of the phospholipid bilayer, but they are not implanted in the hydrophobic core. So the peripheral proteins was mentioned in the diagram itself. Then we talk about is the cholesterol. So cholesterol, they are folded between the hydrophobic tails of the phospholipid membrane. So this is what a cholesterol is. Carbohydrates, they are found to be attached to the lipids or proteins on the extracellular side of the membrane, which leads to the formation of glycolipids and the glycoproteins. Now, integral proteins, they are found to be implanted in the phospholipid bilayer. So these are some of the components of the plasma membrane. Next is we will talk about the fluid mosaic model. So the structure of plasma membrane can be carried out through the fluid mosaic model as a mosaic cholesterol, carbohydrates, proteins and the phospholipids. So this is what a fluid mosaic model is. So if we talk about the history of fluid mosaic model, then what was the history? Who discovered this first? Who proposed this first? The first, it was the fluid mosaic model was first proposed in 1972 by Garth L. Nielsen and S.J. Singer. This model explained the structure of the plasma membrane. The model evolved with time. So this model evolved with time, but it, however, it still accounts for the functions and the structure of the plasma membrane the best way. So this model describes the structure and function of the plasma membrane in the best way possible. This model basically includes the cholesterol that has been mentioned here. This is a cholesterol molecule. Then they includes the phospholipids, carbohydrates, carbohydrates that will impart a fluid character on the membrane. So there are glycolipids as well. This is a carbohydrate which is attached to it. Then there are glycoproteins that is attached to the carbohydrate. There are some peripheral proteins, we have discussed this already. There are some integral membrane proteins, and this is a cytoskeleton filament. And this blue color structures, they are the protein channels. Now, if we talk about the thickness of this membrane, so the thickness range between the 5 to 10 nanometers, and the proportion of the consistency of the plasma membrane, that is the carbohydrates, lipids, and the proteins, they vary from cell to cell. So the inner membrane of the mitochondria, they comprise of 24% of lipids, 76% of the protein. In myelin, 76% of the lipid that is found, and 18% of the protein. So this is the inner membrane structure, which is comprising of this percentage of the lipids, proteins, etc. Now, the chief fabric of this membrane, they comprise of the phospholipid molecules that are amphibilic. So the hydrophilic region of such molecules, they are in touch with the aqueous fluid outside and inside of the cell. So one phospholipid molecules, they comprise of 3 carbon glycerol backbone, as we have discussed in the structure of the plasma membrane. So there is a carbon glycerol backbone that is along with 2 fatty acid molecules, and it is associated to carbons 1 and 2 and one phosphate containing group that is connected to the third carbon. So this was about the fluid mosaic model. So we have discussed this already. Then phospholipids, they are lipid made of glycerol, 2 fatty acid tails, and a phosphate linked head group. So this is phospholipid is present in the fluid mosaic model. It is as we have shown in the structure as well, that there was a phospholipid which was being mentioned in the diagram. So they go on and they form a great lipid bilayer of cell membrane that separates the fluid inside the cell from the fluid that is outside of the cell. So it will separate this. So this is a biologically membrane which is usually involved 2 layers of phospholipids with their tails that is pointing inwards with an arrangement called the phospholipid bilayer. Then comes the cholesterol. So cholesterol was also mentioned in the diagram of the fluid mosaic model. So cholesterol, they are a lipid compound composed of 4 fused carbon rings. So they are composed of 4 fused carbon rings, and it is found alongside phospholipids in the core of the membrane. So this is what a cholesterol is. Next is membrane proteins. So the membrane proteins, they may extend partway into the plasma membrane. They cross the membrane entirely, and they are loosely attached to inside and the outside of the face. So if we talk about plasma membrane, they are typically single integral membrane protein that possesses a hydrophobic transmembrane segment that consists of about 20 to 25 amino acids, and few of these transfers, there is only a portion of the membrane that links with one layer, whereas others spans from one to another side of the membrane, thereby exposing to the flip side. So there are few complex proteins that consist of 12 segments of a one protein, and it is highly convoluted, and they're implanted in the membrane. So this is what a membrane protein is. Next we will discuss is about the carbohydrates. So carbohydrates, they are found on outside of the cell as depicted in the diagram itself, and it is linked either to the lipid to form glycolipids or proteins to form glycoproteins. So the chain of this carbohydrate, they can comprise of up to 2 to 60 monosaccharide units, which could be branched or straight. So this could be branched or straight. Carbohydrates, alongside peripheral proteins, they lead to the formation of concentrated sites on the surface of the cell, which identify each other. So this identification is very crucial to the cell, as they permit the immune system to distinguish between the cells of the body and the foreign cell tissues. So if we talk about other glycoproteins or other things, then glycoproteins, they are also observed on the surfaces of the viruses. So they are observed on the surfaces of the virus. What it does, it helps in preventing the immune cells to identify them and attract them. And if we talk about glycolipids and glycoproteins, both of them, which are the components of the plasma membrane, they both together form a glycocalyx, which is extremely hydrophilic in nature, and they will attract huge quantities of water on the cell surface. What it does, it helps to interact with its fluid like environment, and also in the ability of this cell to acquire substances that are dissolved in the water. So this is what a carbohydrate is. Then this was all about the plasma membrane, its function, the fluid Mosaic model. Thank you.